Hey, folks, it's time for the quote of the day, and today is going to be a very divisive one, and I think it's great. I think it's lovely. Today, we're quoting former president of these here United States, Barack Hussein Obama. Now, I know that if you're watching this on Facebook, that a good portion of you are already, like, your skin is starting to tingle, your spine probably curled a little bit. You're probably just spitting on the ground and shouting curses into the air. I don't know. I don't know the effect that it has on those right wingers, but it definitely hurts them. Like they I'm pretty sure that Lindsey Graham, Ladybug herself, just rolled over a few times in their grave. So I listen. All I'm going to say is this: stick around for a minute, because I might say something that you agree with in this, because I'm not going to be completely and totally like, this isn't going to be a Obama love fest. I want to be very honest about it. Now, that being said, don't you miss a president that could actually like say something coherent? Holy shit. Who knew that would be one of the things that you miss the most, is being able to actually listen to the president of the United States and go, I understand what he's saying. Like we didn't have that for Trump 1. We didn't really have it for Biden, and we definitely don't have it for Trump 2. So isn't it crazy how that's one of the things that you miss the most, is just being able to hear the president and go, "Oh, I understand what he's saying." President Obama was without a doubt the best president of my lifetime, and it's not even close, really, at this point in time. He's intelligent. He's articulate. He's eloquent in the way that he would speak. He's warm. He's funny. He's kind. He's just a good person. And I know, as soon as I say that, I know people are going to be like, well, he did this. And, if you're on the right, you're like, no, he's not. He's the devil. He's a demon. And he's black. Right? That's just how you people are. So I understand that that's your immediate reaction. But unfortunately, like I lived through it, right? Like we all lived through it. And that's one of the things about it. Like if you know the way that the quote of the day video usually goes, right about now I'm usually giving you some tidbits or some little known facts. There's really nothing I can give you about Obama. We all lived through it. And if you didn't live through it, then tell your mom and dad thank you for letting you watch my video. I really do appreciate it. But most of us, other than the few 12-year-olds that perhaps are watching, live through it, understand the context of who he was, know what he was like, have watched him since, have seen his messaging since, have been angry at him since. Like, there's absolutely nothing that you can tell me that, has any evidence other than, drone strikes and things like that tells me that he was a bad person. But the reality is that every president has like horrifying things. Every president does. Every fucking president has something horrifying they did. And honestly, if you play the comparison game, his aren't actually that bad in comparison. They are horrifying, but they're not that bad in comparison. That being said, I think that it's important that we understand who we're talking about. He's not a perfect man in any way, and well, no president should be. But again, if you're comparing him to what we have right now, Obama next to Trump is literally, it's almost like the angel on the shoulder versus the devil on the shoulder. They're that far apart. Obama is absolutely he's one of the greatest men that I've ever been privy to, like a living person, right? Like I actually got to watch him do what he did, and he was inspiring. That being said, we don't arrive where we are today with Trump and all of it without Obama being who he was, having his skin color, for God's sakes. How dare he, really, honestly? How dare he be a black man and be president? Because you can't really, it's not up for debate. There's no doubt about it. Trump is the pendulum swinging back. Trump was able to take all of the hope and the progress that Barack Obama ran on, that ended up going sour on the vine, and turn that against an entire movement of progressive thought, and weaponize it, and then bring in the cadre that is basically, all white people across the country, that came in and said, we just don't like the N-words as presidents. So we're going to vote for a literal fucking child raper to get this black thing off, to get the stain of the black off of us. That's literally what it is. I'm not saying that it's Obama's fault. I want to make that clear. I really do want to say thanks, Obama, just once, but it's not his fault. He didn't do it. He was a president that had very centrist, very like right in the middle fucking policies, that he ran on progress, he ran on the audacity of hope, he ran on trying to move the country forward. And then whether it be through his own like kind of failing spine over time, or it be just the fact that politics in our country is so fucking disgusting, that shit went out the window relatively quickly, and we got left with a centrist president, which I believe he always was, honestly, that was trying to hold both sides together. He used to say that, as a matter of fact. He used to say that there is no conservative America, there is no liberal America, there is only the United States of America. And I'm just like, that's not the America that I'm seeing. Now, maybe if you stand up high enough on a hill or something, maybe that's what you see. If you're standing, in a seat of power in the White House, then maybe that's how you see it. But those of us on the ground know that this country was splintering then, and Trump just torpedoed the shit out of it, and now we're the most divided we've ever been in our entire lives. There is no doubt that Trump is the divider in chief, but a lot of that division started under Obama because, well, again, he was black, and how dare he be that again. Now, he once said something that I think is important to understand for the quote of the day. This isn't, I'm going to use it, but I think that is important lead in for the actual quote. He once said, I'm trying to remember how he phrased it. The role of a citizen in a democracy does not end with the vote or with your vote. I can't remember how he said it, but the role of a citizen in a democracy does not end with a vote. And the problem is that he said that, but basically for his entire tenure as president, that's what people did. They just completely checked out. They were like, "Oh, he's the hope and progress guy. He's got it. We're gonna not pay attention anymore." And almost an entire generation of people that grew up saying things like, "Well, I don't want to be involved in politics. There's no reason for me to be involved. It's not, they're all bad, or they're all icky, or this gives me a bad feeling, or whatever it is." This is the way of thinking that allowed the structure to form under Obama, that basically took his legs out from underneath him, took all progress out from underneath him, and led us to Trump. And that's not necessarily entirely his fault, but he was the leader at the time, and we need to make sure that it's understood that he never really truly saw America for what it was. He saw it as this idyllic version of America, this like almost like a yesteryear type version of, the American dream, because he was a black man that was president. He was literally living it. The very first black man that was president, he was living the American dream. And so that's how he saw it. But what he didn't understand was that nobody else got to live that dream with him. He didn't pull people up when he made it. And that's really a knock against him. Now, he did say, and this is probably his most iconic quote, and I will use this for the quote of the day because I think that it is a beautiful quote, and I think that it's important that we remember it. But in today's world, it's 20 times more important than it was when he first said it. So for the quote of the day, Barack Obama once said, "Change will not come if we wait for some other person, or if we wait for some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek." Let me read that one more time. Change will not come if we wait for some other person, or if we wait for some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. I mean, listen, the man said it, right? He said it, and it didn't really pan out the way we wanted it to. Nothing quite changed quite as well as we wanted it to under him. But now we have an opportunity. Now we see the truth. Now we see what happens when we elect a black man or a brown man or a Jewish man or whatever it may be. Or God forbid, we elect a woman of color. God forbid, right? We know what's going to happen. We know how they're going to swing back. So when it happens, we have to be ready to do everything we can to take away their ability to take back this country, because that's the only way that we will see prolonged progress in the direction we want it to go. Happy birthday to President Barack Obama. To the rest of you, please, take care of yourself, take care of others, I'll talk to you soon.